Let's look over to the AFC side. Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos begin their mandatory mini camp today. Some changes for Gary Kubiak's team, looking at the season a little bit differently. Preparations for the offseason coming up differently under Kubiak. Let's look at, though, a guy who's not there. Demaryius Thomas, franchise tag yet to sign. We're going to bring in NFL media insider Ian Rappaport now. Ian, what's the latest with Demaryius Thomas, and when can we expect to see him?
Well, that is a big question for the Denver Broncos now. Of course, he is not at minicamp, not subject to the $60,000 fine because he has not signed his franchise tender, just like the other franchise tag players, such as Dez Bryant, has not been at Cowboys practice, also not subject to fines. But it's clear the Broncos want Demaryius Thomas under a long-term deal, but he's in a little bit of a waiting game now with the other similar receivers who may fall into the kind of number 2 slot behind Calvin Johnson, like Dez Bryant, like Julio Jones. All of those players seem to be, at this point, waiting for one of the others to sign a long-term extension just to see if one of those people will sort of set the benchmark for the number 2 or even the top receiver in the NFL. Right now, you have Calvin Johnson at about $16 million. Then Larry Fitzgerald, who used to be up there, is now a lot lower. It is going to take one of those players to finally break through and get a deal near Calvin Johnson for some of the other players to sign. So until then, Demaryius Thomas waits. Now, of course, the hope from the Broncos, if they don't get a long-term deal by July 15th, he'll just sign the tag and show up for training camp.